Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Rayya Kayla Sandi with student number 63.2A.05, and I'm from the accounting class. In this video, I will complete my English assignment. There are two tasks in this assignment. The first is a speech with the theme Change the Bad Habit, and the second is a presentation about countable nouns. So, let's begin the video. Enjoy, guys! Change the bad habit. Everyone has bad habits, such as procrastinating, sleeping too late, being lazy, or spending too much time on social media. Sometimes, these habits look simple and harmless, but if we continue doing them, they can affect our future and our daily life. I also have some bad habits that I'm trying to change, especially sleeping too late and delaying my work. Actually, I already have the intention to do my task earlier, but I haven't said to myself, I still have time, I can do it later. In the end, I spend my time playing with my phone, watching videos, or doing other unimportant things. Sometimes, I realize that using my phone for too long makes me forget about my responsibilities. I often scroll through social media or watch random videos without noticing how much time has passed. Because of that, I lose a lot of productive time that I could use for studying or resting. Another bad habit that I have is being inconsistent. There are days when I feel motivated to change and become more disciplined, but after a few days, I return to my old habits again. This makes me understand that changing ourselves is not only about motivation, but also about commitment and consistency. I also learned that my environment can influence my habits. When my friends are studying or doing positive activities, I become more motivated to do the same. However, when I spend too much time relaxing or playing games, I become lazy and ignore my responsibilities. To overcome these bad habits, I try to make a simple daily schedule for myself. I divide my time for studying, resting, and using my phone. Even though I can't follow the schedule perfectly every day, at least it helps me become more organized and responsible with my time. Because I procrastinate too often, my assignments start to pile up, and I feel stressed when the deadline is close. Besides that, sleeping late also makes it difficult for me to wake up early. My body feels tired and I can't focus well while studying or doing activities. Sometimes I also regret wasting so much time, but the habit often happens again. Therefore, I started trying to change little by little. I set an alarm at 9 p.m. as a reminder that it is time to sleep and stop using my phone. I also try to finish my assignments little by little so they don't pile up at the end. Even though changing is not easy, I believe that small steps done consistently can help us become better people. From this experience, I learned that intention alone is not enough without action and discipline. If we want to change, we must start fighting laziness and learn how to manage our time better. Okay, that is all for my speech. I hope I can change those bad habits, and the most important thing is to stay consistent. Thank you for listening. Okay, for the second task, I will explain a material about countable nouns. Countable nouns are some nouns that refer to things that are treated as separate items that can be counted. For example, we can count how many books we have, how many pieces of bread are in one package, how many pencils we keep in a pencil case, and many others. There are two forms, namely singular nouns and plural nouns. First, singular noun. Singular here means a single object or only one. To make it easier to identify a singular object, each singular object is given the prefix or article a or an. A and an are both used for singular nouns, but there is still a difference. The difference lies in the sound of the first letter. is used before words that begin with a consonant. For example, a university. Like a university sounds uni. The first letter is read with the letter Y, which is a consonant letter, so use a. An is used before words that begin with a vowel. For example, an hour. Like an hour, the letter H is not pronounced. It sounds like hour, which is a vowel, so use an. Next, plural nouns. If singular is a single object, then plural is a multiple object or more than one object. Okay, rules for using S or ES. First, regular plural. Regular plural nouns follow certain rules in their formation. Second, irregular plural. There are some plural nouns that don't follow regular rules. What does it mean? Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, regular plural. First, most singular nouns only need to add S at the end to become plural nouns. For example, cat becomes cats, book becomes books, and chair becomes chairs. Second, nouns ending in S, X, Z, CH, or SH add ES. For example, box becomes boxes, wish becomes wishes, and bus becomes buses. Third, nouns ending in Y. Change the letter Y into IES. For example, baby becomes babies, city becomes cities, and bunny becomes bunnies. They are called regular plural nouns because they follow common rules. Okay, irregular plural. First, changing the letter F or FE. Some singular nouns change the F or FE to a VES to form the plural. For example, wife becomes wives, wolf becomes wolves, leaf becomes leaves. Second, drastic plural forms. Some plural nouns have plural forms that are very different from their singular forms. For example, woman becomes women, child becomes children, tooth becomes teeth. Okay, and the last, identical plural and singular forms. Some nouns have the same plural form as their singular form. For example, fish becomes fish, sheep becomes sheep, deer becomes deer. These nouns don't change in their plural form, so even if the quantity is more than one, the word stays the same. Okay, that's all the material that I can explain about countable nouns. Thank you for listening and paying attention. I think that's enough for this English assignment. I hope that through this assignment, I can understand English better, improve the way I speak and explain things, and also improve my grammar. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.